just
Let's go bro. Game pertama.
Try and keep
Bigetron
up as much
versus
as he can. Let's see if he
Papara
can do it
Supermassive.
again. Game 1, here we go. BTR against Papara Supermassive.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're enjoying Stream C. Last match here, Indo versus Turkey. Who will take the first game? Well, you can see here the junglers, they opt for an opposite start, right? Purple for Annabelle, orange for Moji. And yeah, it seems like all quiet. First minute.
Seems like Papara have adjusted their start a little bit, right? Because usually Kalea, you can just put her to leash the second buff and she's not going to lose any HP thanks to the passive heal she gets. But after dealing with Vonic Philippines, they decided it's better to stick together because you don't want to invade from the enemy team. Either way, Annabelle is going to hit forward pretty soon. I believe they did get the Little Wanderer just now as well. The Papara Supermassive will be slightly behind, but not too far.
Three assassins though, Suyo, Badang, and Erythel here. Three assassin emblems, right? So seems like Bigetron ESPORTS, they want to have more damage, more kill pressure. Papara Supermassive, let's see what will their items priority, especially on that defense. Seems like Papara going on a move though. No first blood here for the first minute.
Taking it pretty slow. Of course, I think with Bloodsplat around yesterday, something that was established that is, as Kalea, you want that bush control as much as you can, but with Turtle coming up, both teams gathering near the pit.
Yeah, and for now, it seems like Bigetron, they have more control in that river. I wonder if Papara Supermassive, they want to take over or will they concede this one? Seems like they want to contest.
Turtle down low to be a red tree fight. Of course, Annabelle will win that one. His crack used already, and now Luke should be able to back off. Split use. Wasa getting trapped again by the wall. Of course, the Flicker himself. Bloodsplat follows up with his own. Annabelle now finds his way to the purple buff, and the invade has commenced. BTR taking priority. Luke missing his Flicker combo, but it doesn't matter. They still got what they came for.
Clean sequence there from the side of Bigetron, taking the Turtle, not losing anyone in the process as well. And after that, they went on being greedy, taking the purple, and Papara Supermassive could not respond well.
And this is going to be first blood for sure. Annabelle picks that up, set up by Duke.
Even though Luke has no flicker. Oh, in the mid lane.
Tsunami Slam, Light trying to get away with the eject button, but RWN secures his fate. Of course, forcing out the Feather Airstrike 2, 1-for-1. Moji, again, we talk about his pathing. Needs to get this purple buff as soon as he can. We'll get the retribution in. Good trade by the Turkish.
Wow, Papara Supermassive not just finding any compensation, right? They win the trades. They got Light, who has not have a flicker just yet, and also they got the purple, so it's kind of a revenge on the purple buff take earlier on. Bigetron ESPORTS though still leading in gold.
Just is 1.5 to 1.7k range. Of course, quite a big deal early on. The next purple buff will be spawning in just 10 seconds. So Papara Supermassive making sure that they guard that buff right now, because Annabelle is running away with the experience lead, one level ahead of Moji at this point of time. Second Turtle spawning bottom, just like the first one. So at least in terms of where the objective is showing up, it is beneficial for Papara Supermassive. They don't have to make that long rotation since they did start with the orange at level 1. Now they are going to be in position to contest. Oh, Flicker into a toss that's dead. Bloodsplat not able to do anything. Papara Supermassive losing control of the Turtle already. Not really sure if they want to continue holding control. Wasa gonna go in. Flicker with the pass slam. Now into the split, trying to stick to a target. It's Annabelle and Luke. He decides to stick on to Annabelle, bringing him back into his team. But Papara Supermassive not really ready to take on this fight. The rest of the team not there yet, and now the rotation comes in. Cell will be there. Bloodsplat just revived. Will be a long drawn out fight. Annabelle gets the Turtle again. Luke with a two-man setup into a wall. Both teams disengage.
Wow, only Bloodsplat, right, was the casualty there, and it was early as well. But the Turtle goes to the red robots once again. Mid lane, a potential fight.
Another setup and burst damage coming out. Allows Moreno to take out Xiao. And Light taking control of the bush as well. Papara Supermassive once more late to the fight and ends up losing more than they wanted. But tier 1 falls.
Disgusting set by Luke earlier. And Papara Supermassive here, slightly dismantled. They're losing 3K the first 5 minutes here, not looking too hot. And yeah, Bigetron staying composed here, only losing a kill earlier, right? Only Light was the only casualty for now. And let's see here, Papara Supermassive earlier, they got compensation, they got a win in Light and that purple. Will they be able to somehow find another win after a turtle, or will they actually lose more control in the map?
So far, even in terms of net worth, majority of it comes from that gold lane, a 1k lead for Eman over Cell. Now they're going to spill that attention to the top side. And this was something that we've seen from Papara Supermassive in the whole group stage, where when they start falling behind, like Wasa will be forced to abandon his lane and act as kind of a secondary utility, secondary roamer even. So he's not getting the resources that he wants. And this glue is running that impure rage as well. The idea is to dominate the lane at least, but he's not able to do that. Tidal strike into Tsunami Slam. A big snipe onto Luke, and someone survives after that. He's going to commit his flicker. The toss from Light to try and save Luke, but Luke still goes down. Valiant attempt, but Papara Supermassive gets a punish.
Wow, it's somehow similar to that first encounter, right? So, Papara Supermassive getting slight compensation here, but now the last turtle.
Gonna go on to Light, he flickers, gets a toss on the after dark. What a selection from Light to find the kill. Wasa tries to go on Fist Mistake, but cannot do so. HP running out. Moji tries to electrify his target. Will get a 1-for-1 trade, but not really sure if that's the most worth it one, because Turtle will be given over to BTR, and at the end of the day, it's Papara on the losing side.
Yeah, perfect turtle here for Annabelle and friends. And yeah, Papara Supermassive now taking a lot of heat, and their mid will fall early here, 7 minutes in. Not a good sign. Now, Papara Supermassive, what can they do? Now, all they can do is just clump up, wait for perhaps a potential pickoff if Bigetron ESPORTS, if their member is out of position. And let's just hope for the best, right? All they can do is just funnel goal to Xiao and hope Xiao to get that power spike as soon as possible.
They're gonna lose their buff again, the purple buff. So Annabelle now getting another level lead, 2 levels ahead of Moji at this point of time. 5.6k gold lead at 8-minute mark. And even Luke having the time of his life on his Badang, right? Thunderbelt into an Oracle, knowing that no one can stop him, no one can take him down. We see that first item, Dom Eyes by Wasa. It's not exactly the item sequence that you see nowadays. But still, Light, the Conceal broke it.
Let's see here. Bigetron, they have enough firepower to force a fight.
Luke actually missing the Fist Crack. Now he's going to get trapped by the RWM. Executed by the Sky Piercer. A bit of a punish by Papara Supermassive.
Yeah, that's the thing. Papara Supermassive, they need to be ready when Bigetron makes a mistake. And for now, top lane finally taken down. So that's the first turret here. But it's going to be a 1v1 with Moreno in hand.
Wow, committing the flicker. They really want Moji and they will get it. Great understanding of that reach. Not really the death you want. I really felt like Moji's taking half a second to recall there. Caused his death.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Good read though. Bigetron ESPORTS, they understand that, yeah, Moji, you might get a turret, but let's find a better trade, right? Taking down their jungler while the Lord is up right now.
Okay, so Light gets baited by Bloodspad, but with M1 showing up, the damage is definitely there. Wasa cannot stay in the fight.
Wasa.
Pretty rare you see Glue getting chunked down that fast. Papara Supermassive losing control of the Lord, and without Wasa around, not really sure how they're going to do this. No Tsunami Slam. Conceal use Bloodspad, getting information. Lou's going to trap him. Bloodspad retreats. Lord for BTR.
A free one, all right? 3 turtles for free, and now the Lord, the first Lord, rather free for Bigetron ESPORTS. What they can do right now for Bigetron is not throw the game. Don't, you know, they're passive, right? Bigot throw. Hopefully, Bigetron is disciplined in that department, but Papara Supermassive slowly but surely, again, just funnel gold, right? Defense, defense, defense. Wait for an overextension, then capitalize, but nothing much that they can do for now.
Yeah, see, I thought that Xiao would have been able to keep that holy defense alive, but there was a second wave, so that one's gonna break. Lord from bot side. It's just the first one. Moji mid looking for Moreno, misses the dash, and now forced to retreat. Light did use to conceal. Lord will be taken care of. Bot side, mid tier 2 goes down. Top should follow next, but at least for Papara Supermassive, they were able to keep that mid holy defense up. So all things considered, it's a pretty uneventful first Lord for BTR. Papara Supermassive doing their due diligence.
Yeah, I mean, Granger and Yves, right? Even though they're behind, but they can definitely do work on the defense. And yeah, it shows that Bigetron, even though they didn't get to touch the mid and top base turret, it's still an 8,000 gold lead here. Take a look at Amon, man. 2,500 gold lead, and that's a lot, considering that this is just 11 minutes in. Has claws already in hand as well, so a more chance to survive here and there. Let's see again, right? It seems like they want to invade, but Moji calmly done. Retribution backs off.
Eman sitting, swimming in gold right now. Moji needs to catch up to that level 15. It's gonna take a while, and most likely won't get it before the next Lord. I do like BTR. They are not hard shoving the wave. They're letting the wave naturally develop, which means that Papara Supermassive, if they want to get any resources, it's going to be in the lanes and they have to walk up. But no one is willing to do that because it's so dangerous with people like and Luke around.
Yeah, they're freezing lanes, right? Bottom side, completely neutral. Top lane is perhaps the only breathing area for Papara to funnel the gold, either to Moji or Xiao or both. All right, now, minute number 12 here. Again, Papara Supermassive, they're way behind on objective. Is 80-20, I feel like, current map. The map is blue. And yeah, Bigetron ESPORTS taking it slow. They do not want to throw this game one. And if they keep it clean, it should be a decisive win after this Lord.
This game kind of feels untrollable, honestly. You never know, though. We did see that conceal that really amount to nothing. Lord started now. Moji won't hit 15 on time, so he has to try and contest this with a level disadvantage. And BTR, they're not in a rush to run to kind of blitz the Lord down. They're just gonna wait. Papara Supermassive, the more people they show on the map, the harder BTR will commit. Now they see two members on top. It's Lord time. Papara would just have to play defense.
Yeah, I think that's the wiser move as well, right? Knowing behind 9K, Papara Supermassive will not take any chances. They'd rather bank and they'd rather gamble their defense. Technically, spells are all up here for almost all 10 members, so we might see a big fight here when the Lord touches the base. Or is Papara cooking something here in their own jungler? Perhaps they want a fast fight before the Lord touches their base turret.
Yeah, very good positioning. Good kidnap, lost but still gets away. A flicker onto Wasa. I want to look for life, but Eman is just pelting him with the heavy crossbows. Is there going to be a trade potential though? It seems like Eman is just going to wait. Not going to attack Wasa. And now Wasa actually held hostage by his own team. Meanwhile, they lost Bloodspat. Light and Eman would take out Wasa. 2 dead for Papara Supermassive as Animal works on the top inhibitor. Barely defended as Cell picks up a fresh Sea Halberd. 5v3, 20 seconds of Bloodspat. Flickers in! What a setup by Luke to eviscerate the remaining members of Papara Supermassive. And just like that, Gani, Bigetron ESPORTS will take game 1.
Wow, what a set from Luke.
GG banget Bigetron guys ya.
And that seals the deal.
Oke lah guys, kita lanjut aja buat game kedua bro.
Take game 1 in a